A firefighter edges into a smoldering bedroom, crouching low to avoid the dense smoke banked down from the ceiling. He inches forward in the near darkness, feeling the oppressive, oven-like heat right through his heavy turnout clothing, feeling for a child still unaccounted for. He reaches out. Just then, flame erupts all around him. Heat shoots up to 1,000 degrees, so hot it sears unprotected skin, blinds a man with excruciating pain, melts his mask, and sets his clothing on fire. Wrapped in a blazing inferno, he has only seconds to get out. A few scant seconds before he's trapped and overcome.
Flashover. It's a leading cause of death and injury to firefighters in America. It's the most deadly stage of a fire. Flashover can happen suddenly, and when it happens with firefighters in a room, the results can be deadly. This videotape will tell you exactly what flashover is, what are its warning signs, how to assess the risk of flashover, and survival techniques you can use to minimize that risk. This training program will also help you avoid being trapped in a flashover during search and rescue operations. Every fire has 3 stages: the growth stage, the fully developed stage, and the decay stage. Flashover occurs at the end of the growth stage. It can be identified on a fire curve by a steep vertical rise. The temperature of a room that flashes over is 1,000 to 1,500 degrees.
What causes flashover? The scientific explanation is a theory called thermal radiation feedback. Heat from a room fire rises to the ceiling. It can't readily escape, so it just builds up. At first, the ceiling and upper walls absorb a lot of this heat. But at a certain point, they begin radiating it back into the room. This feedback heat accelerates burning of the combustible contents of the room. More important, it raises the temperature of the combustible gases that the fire is producing. At first, these gases don't ignite. But as the fire progresses and they reach their ignition temperature, the whole room bursts into flame instantaneously.
Nobody can really predict when a flashover will occur. At some fires, a room becomes a sudden inferno the moment you enter it. At other fires, you can search for long periods of time before flashover occurs. And sometimes there is no flashover at all. General statements such as 4 minutes until flashover cannot be used by firefighters as a safety guide for estimating time periods of search and rescue operations. Forget the time rule. Look out for warning signs of flashover instead.
The main indicator of impending flashover is heat buildup in a smoke-filled room.